Congratulations. Enjoy this. You've earned it. Okay?
That champagne bath was a long time coming for Rob Thomson. Rob spent more than 3 decades in baseball as the guy behind the guy, always the assistant, never the manager. That all changed last June when the Phillies tabbed Thomson to replace Joe Girardi.
I think we can make the playoffs. I think we're in a position where we can battle back to do that.
Meanwhile, for Thomson, the idea that his promotion would spark a run that came up just 2 games short of a championship seemed far-fetched.
I probably would have said you're dreaming. And it felt like, the whole managing thing probably wasn't going to happen. And I was content with being a bench coach, and I think I've had a successful career because I've been surrounded by great players. And I was content with that.
While Philly Rob, as he came to be known by fans, downplayed his role, his team responded.
Yeah, baby, a fly ball to deep right field. This game is tied in a long way.
The Phils won 9 straight with Thomson at the helm. He finished the season nearly 20 games over 500, and his guidance brought the Phils to the doorstep of a playoff berth in early October in Houston. So in January, we decided to sit Toms down and count down his top 5 moments from last year's run to a pennant. October 3rd, Phils in Houston, their longest tenured player, pitcher Aaron Nola, on the mound.
I felt really confident going into that game because we had Knowles on the mound, and I felt like this was the type of game that was just set up perfect for him.
Nola actually was perfect, at least into the 7th. None of Houston's first 20 batters reached base, giving the Phils the lead and allowing Zach Eflin to close the door.
The 3-2 pitch. Swinging a fly ball. Shallow center field. Coming on is Marsh. Still coming on. Makes the catch. The ball game is over. The drought is over after 11 seasons. The Philadelphia Phillies are going back to the postseason.
A celebration like few others followed.
It was one of the happiest moments of my life, to tell you the truth. To finish it and get in, it was really, really exciting for me. When our owner, John Middleton, came into the room, that was wonderful, and it was just a happy time.
That happiness appeared short-lived as the Phillies were being shut out by the Cardinals in the wild card game, down 2-0 in the 9th, but the Phils kept fighting.
Swinging a ground ball right side. It's under the glove of Edman. It's into right. The game is tied. Here comes Castellanos. He'll score, and the Phillies lead it in the 9th.
Since Gene's been here, that's all he had talked about was getting to the playoffs. That's what he wanted to do, win a world championship. And for him to get that hit and really fight off that pitch and get the ball through the infield and then he scores a big run later, I was just extremely happy for him.
Swinging a ground ball left side. Arenado has it go under his glove. Segura coming around third. The throw is not in time.
Bryce Harper's homer in Game 2 set off another celebration in St. Louis. Thomson and JT Realmuto were counting down the wins.
JT, where's JT? 11 more, Topper. Atta
Joe Torre used to do it, and every once in a while, and so I kind of stole it from him. We're all thieves, to a certain degree.
Moment number 3 came in Game 3 of the World Series. An already electric Citizens Bank Park received a power jolt from the home team.
And McCullers kicks and comes home. The pitch swung on, hit the right field, and the Phillies are going to lead it. Yeah, they are. Alec Bohm starts the second and rips one to left field. Over Alvarez and gone.
And again, the 1-2. Swung on into the air, center field. Going back out is McCormick. Back toward the wall. It is gone.
5 home runs in the first 5 innings led to a rout, the Phils' lone home win in the Fall Classic.
We just had great at-bats, and the crowd was into it like they were the entire playoffs. But it seemed like that night especially, it was just a little louder.
Rhys Hoskins is at the center of our number 2 moment. His error in Game 2 of the NLDS and his 1-for-18 start had fans upset. But then he delivered one of the postseason's most unforgettable moments.
And the pitch. Swung on, crushed, and the
thought it was just telling and meaningful and deserved that he would hit that home run for everything that he's brought over the years that he's been here.
Hoskins threw his hands up in the air the moment the ball left his bat. He looked back at the dugout. He slammed the bat down.
I wouldn't want to have it happen to me, but you know, it was all that frustration coming out.
Number 1 might be the biggest swing in Phillies history. When the best player on the team, perhaps the best player in the game, hits a homer to send you to the World Series, there's only one way to describe it.
Swing and a drive, left field. It's deep. It's going. Yes. And it is gone.
Yes!
It is bedlam at the bank as Bryce Harper has put the Phillies on top.
Well, every time I see it now, I get goosebumps. I really do. It's one of those moments that you will never forget.
Harper hits one in the air, left center field. Back it goes. Harper, the swing of his life.
Personally, I'm sitting on the bench, and in my mind, I'm thinking, this guy's going to do something special right here. I didn't know what it was going to be, but I just felt like he was going to do something special.
Are you kidding me?
I had chills and goosebumps, and the crowd was just louder than I've ever heard a crowd, any sport, anywhere, anytime.
His 10th career home run in the postseason, and he may never hit a bigger one.
He is a superstar, and those types of guys do big things in big moments, and that was as big as it can get right there.
Moments like that make memories that last a lifetime and make an impact throughout the sport of baseball.
After the World Series was over, I was talking to a coach on another club that we had played in the World Series, and we were talking about the playoffs and how it went, and he said, I'll tell you one thing. He said, our players couldn't concentrate, they couldn't think straight. He said, between the way your players played and the atmosphere of the fans in the ballpark, he said it was truly 4 hours of hell coming into CBP.
Erin Coleman, NBC 10.